Next time when you are buying an option with an intention to multiply it, think again. There is a 90% chance that it will fail and you'll lose all your capital. Next time when you feel like the market has gone too far and now should fall, or market has fallen too much and you should buy, think again. Next time when someone tells you to buy a stock or a futures option, think again. Trade responsibly and sensibly. Trade with a view that you will never lose money in any month. Let's see one of the ways of trading options, or for that matter any other instrument.
Good morning, people. I am showing you my chart of extreme options, which I generally use for trading options. What I'm showing you is Nifty options. Uh, so these blue line that you see is when I decide to buy, and the red line is when I decide to short options. This is an extremely powerful tool. If you want to know more about it, you can email me on extremeoptions@gmail.com. So this is a chart, a far option chart that I've plotted at the moment just to demo it to you. So this is a continuous options. You should not be plotting it on continuous option. However, for demo purpose, I'm showing you a continuous data and plotting it on it for you, so that it becomes a little easier for understanding. So this is how it looks. So when it turns blue is when I decide to buy options. I also see what the trend line is doing. This is the blue trend line. The blue trend line is also rising. Price has turned blue, and the price would uh, you know, there's a high probability that the price would continue to go higher along the trend line. It might touch the trend line as well. However, what I would do is I would simply buy it when the color turns blue. Another thing that I'll check is the bar color. Okay. So I would not buy when the bars are, so these are Heikin-Ashi bars, and you can change the bars here. Right click on it, parameters, and bar type you can change from smooth it to simple. Simple becomes your normal candlestick bars, and smooth it converts it to Heikin-Ashi bars. So the reason why I have done this is for for us to take a decision on which is the bar that we've got to be buying it on. So I would not like to buy when the bars are dark blue in color, which is falling bars. I would like to buy it when they are rising. So this is the time when it is rising. So when it turns blue, if you see even more, so these were falling bars, and that is a time when it converts to a buy blue signal. So this is the white bars, and I buy okay amount of quantity. I have to do risk management as well. I would not like to risk all of my money in one options and in one trade. So I would request you to follow your money management principle very well. If the trade, you always have to calculate your risks. If the trade goes wrong, how much is it that you would want to lose on one trade and still be comfortable trading the next 10 trades? So this is something that you'll have to look at. So this is where I buy, and I don't do anything until it converts again black in color, right? So this is where it moves ahead. What I would necessarily also do is book some profits, right? So I get a I get a big blue bar, dark blue bar, a down bar here, right? So what I'll do is, what is the price at that moment, this is the area that I would sell it. I would book my profit. So that's 311. So I bought it at around 330, and I would sell it at 311, which is almost 80 points that I would get. And so that's 30%, around 30% profit that I get in the options. So I would just wait for it. I'll convert it into smooth bars, and just see what. So this is settling down here, so I would like to wait for it to at least come down to this blue line. However, it did not come. It moves back in again, so I buy here again. So this is the price that I buy, 300 rupees, and I continue to hold it. So what I've done is I sold it at 311, bought again at 310, and I'm continuing to buy, continuing to hold it, and this is where it goes all the way to 430. So by this time you've doubled your money. Now what happens again? These big blue bars come in. What I do is, again, I look at what it is doing. So here it is consolidating, which means that it may not go higher up, or it may not go drop down as well, and it will wait for, the prices will wait for this blue trend line to come to the price, right? Either the price will fall to this trend line, or the blue bar will come up to this trend line, right? And this is what happens. So this comes nearer to the trend line. This is the place where I would book my 50% of the profit and stay, because it can drop down or it can rise up again. So which is why I would hold only 50% of my position. So this is the point where I would book 50% of my position and stay in profit. So at this moment I've doubled my money. I would not like to lose it. So now what happens? Just have a look at it. So down bars, we get a down bars, we don't buy. There's a breach of the trend line, that's okay, and there we go. It touches the secondary trend line, goes up again. We get a big white bar here, and this is the time when we buy again. We buy and we hold. We do what? We hold it with a stop loss of this low, this bar is low, that is 340. So we add up that 50% again at 317, and we keep a stop loss of 340 for all of our position, 100% of the position, and then hold. And guess what happens? Boom, you triple your money, right? And all that you had to do is just follow the signal of this blue color, and that's it. And I'll show you the other contracts as well. This is 8100 CE call option, same thing. From 170 it goes all the way up to 580, and then 8200 CE, same thing, right? 8200P, that is a put call put option. So this is where you would go short 116 and you get 0, right? You get all the way to 0. So this is how it has worked out. It So you look at 8200 call option, which grew more than 5 times, 4 times, right? And then you've got, you can see it on any chart. Like this is the put option. So just have a look at this. When the market was falling, you get a blue here. So you don't buy it when it is falling, it is the down bar. You buy it when there's a big up bar. This is where you get an up bar, 202 rupees, and then it goes all the way to 330. So you get another 30 to 40% again here. If you're holding, then you double your money again here at 400. You hold on, you get down bars, you don't do anything, you don't buy, you keep getting down bars and you don't do anything. So this is where the trend changes, right? uh, so this that's converted into a black, black color indicates that you don't take a fresh position. You either you exit or you take fresh. Don't take fresh position. uh, See what happened. So prices rose, touched the trend line, and then doom, went down again. This is the first signal that the option is now going to die. It will become zero probably. And I would personally, I would not recommend you to do that, but I would personally take a small amount of short here, 250, and then wait for the confirmation. And this is where things all go down to 0, right? So this is the put option, this is the call option. Again 8400 put, 8500 call, 8500 call, again 8500 put. So I don't have a continuous data on 8600C, so I lost data before this. I don't have that much data, so this is a skewed chart. I would not like to look at it. However, when I have data for the month, I would like to trade on only the month, right? I should have at least 1.5 month of data uh, for these signals to plot. So here it is, this is the drop, and then you get a blue bar. This is again a buy, 800 and 193. It goes all the way to 233, and I wait, right? So um, this is how I trade options. Not necessarily I would only be trading options. I can look at gold as well. It's extremely very interesting. Gold as well, it keeps going up. Now let me show you again one interesting. Okay, I can show it to you on Nifty, or I can show it to you on any chart. So let me show you how you can do another set of trades. Say for example, this is a swing, right? So take a low of the swing. So this is low of the swing, this is the high of the swing, and this is where it takes a support, right? So what I'll do is I'll do an extension of Fibonacci extension, and these are my targets. So what I do is wait for the price to come down here, right? Enter at this area, this point. I'll enter here, and I would wait for the targets to come, right? So what's my first target? My first target is 127%. That's 28516. So I would enter at 8380, and I would wait for 8519 to come. So the interesting part here is this is my second target, by the way, 8600, right? So interesting part is that the prices never died. They never gave a red down bar, right? And which is the reason why I would not like to book any profit and get out. So even when target 1 meets and target 2 meets, right? So still there's no down bar, so it would let the market to go up, right? And when I get the first down bar, this is the down bar, this is where I would exit my first uh, you know this particular trade. So this is how it is again. So I would decide either to book 50% and hold the rest of the trade, enter back again lower and continue with it, or I would book all of it and wait for the price to come down to this, to the blue trend line, and enter back again, right? So this is the rally that you get, and you'll be able to see everything. Let me show you the same concept on gold, right? So here's the trend that you get, and this is your exit area. This is where you would like to enter. Let it come near the trend line. Let's get a deep white up bar, enter here, and wait for it to come down, come up all the way up to your first target. Exit a portion of your first target, you can hold on for it, the second target. And when you get black bars like this, you exit, right? You don't do anything, you just stop everything that you do and just exit. Let me show you another. Okay, so there's one more option here along with simple bars, right? I've got trend type as well, which is passive and aggressive. Generally I use aggressive. However, if you're a long term a trader, then you would want to look at passive trend as well. So let me show you the passive trend. So this is where the passive trend starts by here, and then it keeps going up. Let me show you on other charts. By the way, you can use it on any chart. So this is where the passive trend started at 8100, and till 8800 the passive trend is not moved at all. I'll show you options trade, options as well, same thing, right? And so this data is skewed, right? So we should be looking at it only on continuous data. So 8100 call, here's the all of it that you can see here, right? This is a false signal here. So okay, let me show you how to trade false signal as well, right? So you get a sell signal here, okay, but you don't get a, so the bars were already falling bars, and then you get a sell signal. So what you would do is you would hold for it to pull back a little bit, then get a sell signal around this trend line, and then you short, right? So here you would not short because there's the bars are already turning down, and it is far off the trend line, and then you get white up bars. So you go all the way up here, wait, you still get a small bar here. Probably you would want to take a small position here and short. Okay, so let's assume that you've taken a short position here, but this is where you exit, right? This is where you exit. So your stop loss would be above the high of the swing bar, that's around 55 56. So you would exit that trade with 5 or 6 points, and you don't enter short again unless you get a down bar. You don't get a down bar and the signal changes, okay? The signal changes and you don't do anything, so you're out of short. You have not taken much of a loss on this particular trade, right? And this is where you get an up bar, and you would want to take a small position, and fortunately, unfortunately, with that small position, it goes all the way, it triples. The money triples from 110 120 all the way to 330. So that's okay. I mean, there's always an opportunity. You'll get hundreds of opportunities to trade in different instruments at different times and every month. So you need not worry about missing out on a trade, missing out on a full trade or a small trade. That's okay. The important thing is that you don't miss a trade, and you do a proper money management. You don't miss a proper calculated seen trade, and do a proper money management on it. So this is it. You can contact our team on extremeoptions@gmail.com if you'd like to have this particular uh, trade assisting software. So this is not a signaling software at all. Let me just reiterate, this will not give you buy or sell signal. I don't intend to do that. We don't intend to do that at all. This is an assisting software. Use this tool in in conjunction with your other indicators, and let this help you take informed decisions. So tomorrow if anybody tells you that buy a stock, buy an option, or sell an option at this price, don't just blindly do it. Just go back to this particular chart, see what it is doing. Where's the down bar, where are the up bars, what's the color of the bar, is it near the trend line, is it outside trend line, is it above the rising trend line, and then take a decision. So if so, a lot of people would actually tell you to buy when it goes all the way from 100 to 300. A lot of friends and people will tell you that okay, now you buy option at 340. Don't do that at all, right? Just see what this chart is doing. So there are down bars, and the down bars is taking the price down, so it is not going up at all, right? So hold on, don't buy at all. So here you get big white bars, and this is the time when you should enter the trade, right? Even if you are following them, following those calls that you get from outside, that's okay, but don't do it blindly, right? You'll I'm 100% sure if you follow these rules, you'll do good in your trading. So I'm doing this video and I'm sharing this particular tool with you, not with an intention to make money out of selling some software, but it is with an intention to help people out there who don't know how to do it. So this is a do it yourself tool. So use this tool just to give you direction, just to help you out in your trade, and and while doing that you earn money and you learn the nitty-gritties of trading as well. Alright then.